It has been a while since we've been to the track, but you can see, loaded up, all ready to go. We're going back and giving it a bit of a blast. So yeah, we're going back to the track. It's really cold here, or for us Aussies in Queensland, it's, you know, I don't know if you can see that. That's pretty cold. It's like 6 degrees, which I guess, yeah, not too cold, but for us it's pretty cold. Loaded the Jazz on the trailer here, and I just thought I'll go through. There's been quite a few things we've done to the car since last time you saw it. I can't remember last time. Pretty sure we didn't have this exhaust. This is just a exhaust from Yahoo Auctions. I think it cost me like 40 bucks, and it's just really just the muffler section. And yeah, it makes it louder so you can hear yourself, all that kind of stuff. You can see we put some stickers on it to make it faster. We've also changed the wheels. So last time we had Enkai RPF 1s, just with some Yokohama semi-slicks, some Advans. We actually changed them out just because the fronts were actually a little too big. There were 16s, I believe. But now we've gone for a 15 square set, so all the tyres and wheels are all the same. And we've also changed the tyres to a Nankang semi-slick, so we'll see how they go. Hopefully much better, because we did have problems where the fronts being a 16, they were rubbing in the guard and stuff, and yeah, we're melting the kind of the rubber in a guard, so that was no good. But these are a bit smaller. From what I've kind of just driven around the block to see if these scrub, and it seems fine. I've obviously got those brakes, which I can link in the top right for you if you want to watch us installing the new brakes. So I think in terms of that, that's about good. We've got a new alignment probably about a month ago. Haven't tested it out, but it seems to be much better. All the coilovers and stuff tweaked, so it's a bit nicer. We'll go on inside as well. We've also got, you can see over that side, we have a fire extinguisher just in case we bin it and we need I guess to put out a fire. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but it's always good to be prepared. And in here we've just got a little temp gauge, just to, you know, get a bit more of a idea on how the car is, I guess is liking or hating our driving. We've also got a gauge just kind of sitting there. That's just a volt gauge, just because we've actually had some electrical issues recently where there's something that's just, I guess, taking power. There's not a short, I guess, but just a small draw of current somewhere, which we have to figure out. So the car kept dying, oh, not dying, the car kept, every time you'd go to start it, it'd be completely dead. So we've got a jumper pack. Once it's running, it's all good. So this event will be okay. Another little bit of spoiler alert. This will be the last event for the Jazz, most likely. And that is because there was another car that popped up on the Facebook, and it was a pretty good deal, so couldn't turn it down. It'll replace the Jazz, and yeah, but it's a whole nother level compared to what the Jazz is, so I'm really excited for that. But in a way I'm also sad because the Jazz has been pretty good to us so far, and it's been a really fun car to drive. But yeah, anyway, we'll get everything else packed in the car and get on our way to the track. See here, we've arrived a bit far away. I'll get closer up later on and film some of the other cars here, but the Jazz we've just taken off the trailer. We've actually already done, we did a sighting lap, which is just you drive around slow, and then one I guess full beans one. We're still kind of learning the track because it is a little confusing, because the first section has just bins everywhere with actual, I guess, signs saying where to go, which is easy, but after that it's just a bunch of cones and it's a little confusing. But I think 2 runs, I think we've got it sorted. So we're just having a bit of a break now, and then we'll go out again, and we'll chuck the GoPro on the car as well. And the car's handling pretty good. Yeah, no complaints there. We got a temp gauge, as I said earlier in the video, and the temps are staying good. They're between like 90 and 100, which I don't know Jazz's, but it's on the hot side. I don't know, but it's not going over 100, which is, I think, fine for this. So it's just a kind of small circuit as well. Yeah, it's heaps of fun, and yeah, Jazz is handling perfect. So just before we go out and show you some other cars, Jazz is off. We've just got the hood open, just so it cools down a little bit. It's not overheating or anything, but it is just running on maybe like a little hot-ish. And the battery, we just have to disconnect the battery every time because there's an electrical draw somewhere, which is annoying. And you can see we're number 5. Yeah, pretty fun. Sounds pretty good. So before we go into the first kind of run, I just thought I'd go over the track map here so you can see it is a skid control event. They're the event organizers. Awesome event, this one, and all the other events we've gone to. If you want to go to any of their events that they hold in the Brisbane and outer Brisbane region, I'll leave some information in the description if you want to follow that, and maybe I'll see you out next time. But yeah, you just start where obviously it says start there, and the first little bit is just the car park section really of the drag strip, and it's all kind of, the track's laid out between bins, so that's kind of how you found your way through it. You'll see in the video in a sec. And then as you went on, it's kind of down the I don't know what you call it, escape road, side road to the drag strip, and there's a few open concrete pads that you've just got cones, and you kind of make your way through them. The cone section was a little confusing to begin with, but after a couple of runs it was quite self-explanatory and yeah, not too difficult. But yeah, we'll go into the first run. Now, just before we do though, I'm no expert by no means. So there's definitely a lot of things I can improve on. But yeah, just tons of fun. You don't have to be a professional or anything like that. Yeah, just a great event for anyone, any skill level. Yeah, awesome time. just finally, well, this is the first, I guess, time that you got to see us taking the Jazz out. It's actually our third run. Kind of the first run, I think, that we actually properly set a time, because the other times we actually got the course wrong, so we DNF'd. But I've got here the timing sheet. I won't show all the names because they might want to stay private, but we got a 3:37, and the person first has got a 3:02, so we're a good 30 odd seconds slower than first, which, you know, is a Jazz. My goal is there's a Peugeot, I think it's automatic though, so it probably gets us in the shifts, but number 6, and I'm trying to chase him out. My goal today is to beat him, because the power wise I think would be similar. It's a similar kind of car, and he's got, what is he got? A 3:32, so we're at the moment 5 seconds off, which sounds like a lot, but it is a long track, and I think there's a lot of bits I was making mistakes, and especially last time there was one corner, it's kind of a long bend. I was trying to avoid a pothole and then didn't really pay attention to the actual course where I was going, I guess. And planted it too hard and actually washed out, and then it was like understeering a little bit, so I had to tap on the brakes just so I wouldn't hit like a bin or something. So I lost a fair bit of time there. But yeah, there's a lot of places I think we can touch up, but we'll go out again and yeah, hopefully beat our last time. That's the goal. So I just came back from another run, and you can probably see it was a bit cleaner, shaved off a few more seconds off the time, because I think I was, what was I before, 3:29, and then I shaved off a bit of seconds to 3:26.8, which is good. And I think the time before it as well, the time counted, but I actually made a mistake in the course and I skipped a cone that I didn't go around or something like that. But this time I did everything right, which is good, and beat the time, which is even better. You will see as well the brakes on the Jazz are just like steaming. Yeah, I think the brakes are starting to get pretty hot, and it's starting to go a little bit, so I think we'll wait a bit just for the car to cool down, the brakes to cool down, and then go again. But I think now the new goal, we've beaten number 6. He's a 3:31, which is good. He might improve later today, I don't know, but I think the next goal would be the person in front of me is also 3:26, but they're a 0.1 and I'm a 0.8, so I'm 0.7 off them, and it's Susan. So I got to beat Susan next as the goal, but really just trying to beat the time, getting better, learning the course a bit more now, and whereas before was a bit I don't know, as we're driving it's a bit confusing trying to learn the track as we're going as well, whereas now it's feeling good. But yeah, I think really the Achilles heel on some of the parts is just the brakes starting to go, so let the car cool down, because we actually did 2 consecutive runs. So we did one which we actually stuffed up, and I was like, nah, I didn't like that one, so we went straight out to do another one, so the car didn't cool down too much, so the brakes did get quite hot. But yeah, no, we're gonna have lunch now, gonna watch some cars, might film some, and then we'll go out a bit later. that was giving it my all. I feel like that was faster. I think that felt like my all. Whatever that is, I don't know if I can go faster. Okay, just came back from another run. That felt pretty good. It was definitely like on my limit, I think. So fingers crossed it was a bit quicker. So the time's up now. What's the time? 3:18. Damn, I actually didn't even think I'd crack the 3:20 or the 3:10s, I guess. Wow, so I went from a 3:26.2 to a 3:18.4, so I shaved off 8 seconds.
You beat the brand new BRZ.
I beat the brand new BRZ. Did I beat Susan though?
You beat Susan!
Oh, I beat Susan. Awesome. Yeah, I think we might do. We're gonna let the car cool down because I was really sending it there, and I think the brakes might be a bit hot. Yeah, it was really cold this morning, but it's actually quite hot now. So yeah, we'll let the car cool down for a bit. Maybe try one more time, but I'm getting a bit fatigued, so I don't want to push it too hard and damage the car or anything like that. So yeah, we'll have a bit of a break and then we'll have, I guess, one last run and see if we can beat that. But I think that was much better than what I thought I could do, so I'm happy with that. Yeah. So change of plans. We were going to go out. Went to start the Jazz and it didn't start, so we got the jumper pack to put it on because it was being a bit funny with the battery earlier, and it still didn't start. It just wasn't even turning over, it was just clicking, and yeah, so I'm pretty sure the starter motor's gone, or some part of it, because it's just not even turning over. We even hooked up a car and tried to jump start it that way, it didn't work. So then we rolled it down the hill and got it to run. We could have probably gone out because we got it running, but I don't know, I'd rather not test the Jazz. So we just loaded up on the trailer. I'm just going to head home now. So we were going to do another run, but not anymore. I think we'll just play it safe because the time I got was the first time, because I did DNF the first kind of lap I did, but the first timed one I got was a 3:37. And we went down by the end of the day. The last run we did was a 3:18.4. So we shaved off a fair bit of time. It is a long kind of course, so there's a lot of turns. So there's a lot of time, a lot of spots I guess you can lose time, which we probably are. But it was good just starting to learn the track and just getting more familiar with the Jazz and its handling and everything like that. But yeah, I think a successful day. Heaps of fun as always. And hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't. Otherwise we'll see you in the next video, which is probably a lemon to lemon.